Greetings. I wanted to show you how I tied the Merkaba on the ends. I don't weld my pieces. This Merkaba was hanging here a while back, and I made a few videos, and after that I decided that I wanted it to structure water, which I did. And I even made a video about that one because the way I structured the water with it, it didn't taste like the other structured water. It was like, well, I came up with this word. It's like an entirely new food group. So, not word, a saying. It was like an entirely new food group because it was so different and I was craving it. It was incredible. At least for, I would say for the first week to 2 weeks, it was like, wow. Then I guess my body got used to it or something or other. But last night I felt moved to put it up again, and in this case put some things with it. Started off with the black stones for absorbing negativity. So for whatever reason, maybe because we are at war or whatever that's going on, like something needs to, collect this stuff, and so that hopefully it gets transmuted to something better for everyone. And I mean everyone, even though, some people are wrong, but never mind. And then later on this morning, I was led to put up the generator here and a crystal inside. I don't know if you can see this or not, because there's plastic inside the generator. That again is holding magnets in there. I just see when the magnets touching the copper, so it's like it's floating, sort of giving the feeling that the magnets are floating there. That's how I'm activating this particular setup. There is no battery on this one at all. And then I have a 639 key, which that's the frequency of harmony between people, family, friends, and all that. So this thing is loaded. The stone on the top is black obsidian. I think I mentioned that. And so we're dealing with three beneficial frequencies: the 432, which is the Merkaba, the 528, which is the generator, and the key is 639. And the reason I'm explaining the setup is in case, someone is interested to kind of help mitigate the Wi-Fi waves in the home. I have to use Wi-Fi, and I'm going to sit right down here, which I tend to, I tend to do anyways. But we're getting hit these days with, oh my goodness, anywhere from 100 megabytes per second up. And I'm going to check my other phone is online also, and I wanted to show what's what. Let me sign in real quick. And yeah, here it is. So I'm in the network, so I'm signed in. The reason that my signal is fair, let me just a little bit more stable so it doesn't shake so much. So the signal here is or poor or fair. That's even better. Poor means I get hit less with it, and my connection is still great. I can still watch YouTube videos or whatever else I want to watch. It's not a problem at all. So this is what I wanted to show you. I was told that you can do an entire neighborhood with 1 megabyte. The claim to put in the internet at one point told me, you don't really need all these megabytes that they're putting out. But I asked him to. It wasn't just him volunteering. You have to ask sometimes. But he says your entire neighborhood can be easily taken care of with 1 megabyte. So, and now there's only like 6 houses in this circle, so we're kind of spaced out in the country. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. And then my modem transmits 65 megabytes for the moment being because I have it blocked. I can show another video perhaps about how it's being blocked and keep the megabytes down from hitting you or hitting your family or whatever. In fact, I pulled the plug work on it at night, because that's when our body's most vulnerable and recuperates and heals faster if you don't have to deal with all these waves going through it. Don't get me wrong, solar flares are solar flares, but this, we don't have to have this so high. So I noticed one thing by sitting here, and that is that these numbers will shift and change. So this is telling me that I'm getting hit with 1 megabyte, which is pretty decent compared to all the other stuff that's out there. In fact, one of my new neighbors put on her internet, and it was so strong. And I spoke with her, but she did not receive it. It's too bad. She's got girls in the home, and I felt like, gosh, how do I tell you? Shake up, wake up, woman. You can do this. It's not that hard. I mean, just take some aluminum foil, put it down on the bottom of your modem. You don't want to cover the top with it because the heat needs to get out of it. So you take some metal screen, and perhaps you put a generator on top, and that will kind of at least bring it down or transmute most of that energy that are really waves that are, well, this thing went dark again, that are going on with these things. And okay, so I need to, let me get my password in here. This thing turns off very quickly. I'm just gonna have to keep playing with it, see where we are. Yeah, we're still at 65 and 1. Okay. And now where was I going with this? So anywho, you want to kind of take it easy. So as long as I'm sitting on this couch here, I know this is the measurement I'm getting. This is relatively new. I will have to take measurements throughout the house and see if it's pretty much the same or less or whatever. But I also wanted to put a shout out there for folks that might have seen some of my videos, that I'm started a new project in teaching English in 30 seconds, so that people that are new here can learn. And I'm not trying to make anyone mad, but I want you to think about something. These people that come from Mexico have been treated not with a vaccine necessarily, most of them probably not, but Dr. Manuel Aparicio in Mexico found the cure for the virus. And so, because it isn't some weirdo prescription thing, they went to people's homes to treat them and didn't need to have the vaccine and all the other stuff that they've imposed on us. Which means that, yeah, they probably are more likely to have more children. And guess what? In a generation or two, if they don't learn English, they could vote, and they could vote that Spanish becomes the main language. Perhaps even forget about English altogether if we are also speaking Chinese. That could be the case. I don't know. But I find that we ought to help each other anyways. Even though these are crazy times, I don't want to get into the politics of it. I think that there needs to be balance in everything, and it was not a very balanced decision to just say, hey, whoever wants to come, just jump on it. It was a bit much, but I don't also know the circumstances of all these folks, so that's another thing I don't want to get into. But I know that we always, wherever we're planted, are to do our best to help each other out, to kind of have some kind of foresight in that, hey, you know, do I want my children to be forced to have to speak Spanish? Oh, there it changed back again. When they're grown up, now I have 3 daughters. 2 of them do not speak Spanish. One of them is very fluent in it. She even went to South America. So, if you've seen this, hello, hola. It was for my daughter. Anyways, where was I going with this? Yeah. So like in England, for example, they had a whole neighborhood of people moving that were Arabs. And they were speaking only Arabic at home. And guess what? When they went to school, they have a law over there that says if most of the population of that school district is whatever, you know, whatever country, that's what they have to speak in the school system. Now imagine an English child that only speaks English because that's how, you know, all they speak at home, goes to one of these schools. It's like, hello, welcome to foreign country. We're speaking Arabic here. And I figured, it's great if he gets to pick what language he wants to learn in school, but it's kind of forcing it on him. And after all, this is America. Our language is English, and we ought to kind of treat that as such, so that, and it's great that we have second language, perhaps one day a third language, but our children are growing up speaking English. So, got to kind of go with wherever you go. In addition, if folks are learning Spanish, English, that ought to tell you right away, these people that are at least making an attempt are friendlier or friendly. And it is difficult for a grown-up to learn. I know with a child, oh my goodness, I learned German in about a year. Not perfect, but enough to communicate and play with other kids and go to school. Ha ha. Yeah, that was a shock, I can tell you that much. My parents moved to Germany, but anyways, long story short, so you do want to protect certain things, and these folks are going to be the ones voting. Most of the people with the vaccinations, according to what I've heard, will have a harder time conceiving, among other things. So, yeah. That said, if you see one of my videos, please don't get mad. I don't get into the politics of crazy stuff. I'm more about finding solutions to problems that already exist, if I can help it any, and trying to participate. You can participate by giving likes and clicks, or leaving even a comment on here, even if you say just hello or how are you, anything. I think that the megarithm or whatever things on here spiffy. But also, if you come across one of my Spanish videos, you don't even have to watch it, just give it a click and boom, moving on. Because I think that a lot of the things that I post, and I didn't post any of them on no, I did post in some Spanish Facebook groups, but I didn't post them on my site, because I know that a lot of you guys are following just to see what other tech is going on. So I much appreciate that. Keep that in mind. Keep your eyes on our Creator and Savior. We don't know why we're going through these crazy times right now, but it's all in the Bible. So just know that this was predetermined. So it's nothing we can really do about it, other than just looking forward to the next, I want to say, dimension, but really it's getting to heaven. Because the alternative is pretty bad. Anyways, thanks for watching, and maybe giving it a like. Blessings.